Dr. Craig Manning here with the Fearless Mind. Today I want to talk about learning from the past. Had an awesome session yesterday with one of my athletes who's actually #1 in the world in his respective sport. This is only the second or third session with him. We're just getting into it. So early on, we start the skill of learning from the past. Now, most people have been conditioned to learn what not to do, what they've done wrong. Um, but the research clearly states that we first got to learn what we're doing well first. Now, this is the 3-to-1, which I've talked about many times. But here's the biggest epiphany that came to this athlete yesterday. If you learn first what you did well, if you clear your mind and you pay attention to the detail, now you're learning things potentially only once or twice and getting that muscle memory down. I talked to him about how one of my biggest regrets at my age is that I learn something every single day, usually new things, but every now and then I learn something that I could have got down when I was a teenager. And I asked him this question: think about where you could be today if you could only learn something once and get the muscle memory down and move on. Where would you be by the time you're my age? Well, where you'd be is you'd be filled with a tremendous amount of skill sets. And the acquisition of skills is the key to success. So that was his big epiphany. We went through it yesterday and we were talking about in detail how you focus, how you learn from the past in the most optimal way. As we were going through this, he talked about, yeah, yesterday I was out there and he was conceptualizing what it was. And I said, okay, now tell me that in 2 to 3 words. And he cut it down to balance point. And then we did the next one. And he talked about it in general. And I said, okay, write that down in 2 to 3 words again. And then he said gain release. And then we did the third one. And he said patient glide. Now these are 3 cues. I really don't know what they mean, but that is very good evaluation, learning from the past, getting his muscle memory conditioned. This guy was so excited he couldn't wait to get out there and get in some practice. When we learn from the past with that sort of attention to detail, we're occupying more space and we're acquiring the skill quicker. So when you learn from the past, take your time, think about it, clear your mind, think about it in detail, and try to code it in 2 to 3 words. As we do that, you're going to accelerate your skill development rapidly. You could potentially get to the point you're only having to learn something once and getting the muscle memory down and moving on. And by the way, the one thing you can do better, same thing. Take your time, think about it in detail, get it down. If we do this, we're greatly accelerating our skill development. Have a great day.